What is up, everybody? You're back with another episode of the Chronically Motivated Project, where we talk about effective thinking and how to overcome some of the hardest things you'll ever face in life. Today, we're talking about eagerness. The title of today's podcast is Eagerness Can Cause Carelessness. So what do I mean by that? Eagerness, like ambition, it's almost an emotion. It's having enthusiasm or extreme enthusiasm to do something or to have something, to earn something. And you hear a lot of times, especially in business, that eagerness is the way to succeed. Eagerness is the way to get a job, to be successful. You have to be eager. You have to have ambition. You have to have drive. And that's very true. But we're going to talk about the detriments of eagerness and how you probably experience that in your daily life. And it can be a real problem. I know I experience a lot, and a lot of times I'm overeager. And a lot of people are like, well, eagerness is good. How can that be bad? Well, when you're so eager to accomplish a task that you become careless, when you're so eager to accomplish a task that you're only focused on the outcome and you're not focused on being present, that's when carelessness takes place. And in our eagerness, we dig ourselves into a deeper hole than we originally started or what we wanted, based on a desire, based on overcoming an obstacle or a difficulty. It could be a condition, it could be a job, it could be wanting to get a job, it could be wanting to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It could be anything that we experience in life. Eagerness can drive us, but it can drive us almost away from the goal that we're supposed to be driven to. So it's kind of ridiculous, kind of ironic in a sense, if you think about it. And let me explain to you. Sometimes we get so consumed with moving forward towards that desire or towards that goal or whatever we want that we end up going further away. And we forget that there are multiple ways to accomplish the same task, and we're so hell-bent on going the one way we're trying that we get reckless, we get careless, and that ambition and that eagerness can almost turn into desperation. Let's take a car, for example, that starts to get stuck in the mud or in loose sand, and we start to get worried, we start to get afraid. So we start to hit the gas faster to get out of it, digging yourself deeper into the ground. Overly eager becomes not only carelessness, but now you're literally and figuratively digging yourself in a hole. That's a real thing. Also, stripping a screw. When you have a screw gun or a screwdriver and you're driving a screw into a wall and it's just not going, and you get really frustrated, because I know sometimes I have very little patience with anything in life. It's funny, as I was making this podcast and talking about this to my girlfriend, she just gave me this side-eyed look the entire time because she knows how impatient I can be. So understand, when I'm speaking about this is also something that I am working on as well, not just preaching to you guys. Anything I talk about on these podcasts, I am not perfect by any means. And this is a way to help me as well as help you calm that eagerness down and be a little more patient. So like that, stripping a screw. You're driving the screw in and it's not working on your time. It's not working fast enough. It's not working the right way. So you give it more and more and more. And you think by forcing the problem, you're putting force into a problem, that it's going to solve it. And if anything, it just strips the screw. And now you're shit out of luck because you were overly eager in trying to accomplish the task, even though you saw what was going on, or you knew what was going to go on if you pursued, if you persisted in that situation. Now, we get to some fun stuff. Here's some real life examples of how eagerness can really bite you in the ass. I want to talk to guys for a second. And girls, I'm sure you've been here. A guy approaches a girl at a bar, and he really wants her number, or he wants to dance with her, he wants to take her out on a date, or he wants a lot more at the end of the night. He comes on so strong and he's so eager to get with you that he ends up pushing you away, whether it's because you think he's desperate or you think it's gross, or he just came on too strong and it kind of, made you unattracted to him regardless of how he looked. It was weird, That's where over-eagerness can really screw you. Your intentions were good. What you wanted to accomplish was there, but the eagerness and the method you carried the plan out, or lack of plan in that situation, ended up biting you in the ass. And you became careless. And you ended up not taking that girl out, not getting that girl's number, coming on too strong, seemed desperate, because you had ambition without the right timing, or without the right plan, or without the right execution. Eagerness without the correct execution will just make you chase your tail all day long, and you'll get nothing out of that. In the gym, perfect example. People want to change their body, and they make a decision on Sunday. Sunday morning they wake up and they're like, Monday I'm going to start this diet. It's going to be perfect. Every diet starts Monday like usual, and I'm going to do it. So they go to the store and they buy $300 worth of healthy food, salmon, ground turkey, lean chicken breast, maybe some steak, a lot of salad, maybe some quinoa if you're not too afraid of carbs. They buy all this food, and then they go to prep it, and they're like, wow, this is a lot. This is difficult. Weighing it out, doing all this, prepping their food. Let's say they even get to the point where they put the food in the Tupperware, and then they end up going to Chick-fil-A in the morning, and the food goes bad. Their over-eagerness to solve a huge problem in a very short amount of time, very quick, ended up making them careless to the point where now nothing happened. You just wasted a bunch of food. You just wasted a bunch of money. You wasted a bunch of time, and you're going to be less likely to do that goal again, because now you associate doing that, buying healthy food, with wasting money and time. So the eagerness not only wasted all those things, but it possibly ruined the potential of you getting to your goal sooner, because you were over-eager, overly ambitious, and you became reckless. Same thing with going to the gym. My brother is super guilty of this, and he doesn't watch my podcast, so it's okay that I can talk about this. Feel free to tag him. My brother lives with me. I don't know if you guys know, but I kind of train people all around the world to lose body fat and get in shape. So my brother lives with me. I live with my brother. He falls off the gym, which is normal. It happens. That's not a problem at all. But the day he decides to go back and get back into it, he does every damn machine in the gym. 5 sets of 12, some drop sets, mix up some of these and some of those, as he says. And then he's sore for a week, like painfully sore, like hospital soreness. And then he misses 7+ days of the gym. And then he kind of falls out of the habit that was just started in one day. That over-eagerness can really dig yourself into a hole and take you farther away from your desire, farther away from overcoming the obstacle you want to, farther away from your goal, because you thought that being eager and really being a go-getter was going to position you forward, but in reality it just held you back. That's the same thing with diabetes, with diabetes or any autoimmune disorder or disease or disability. You want to control, you want to fight, you want to be, you want to control the uncontrollable. And when you try and control things you can't control, variables that you just can't control, when you try and do more than the best of your ability, you're fighting instead of accepting your situation, your condition. And when you fight instead of accept, you're going to have a bad time. You're not only you're not going to be happy, you're going to be miserable, and you're creating a problem by the way you're going about it. Eagerness can be a great thing when applied the right way. Eagerness applied to careful persistence is very different than eagerness applied to speed of accomplishing a desire. I'm going to say that again because that's extremely important. I need you to listen, okay? Eagerness applied to careful persistence is very different than eagerness applied to speed of accomplishing a desire. There's two kinds of eagerness, okay? Eagerness to get something done quickly will only leave you farther from your goal. It'll only leave you with the obstacle you still wanted to overcome or without the desire that you wanted, because you're solely focused on getting things done quickly. You're not being present. You're thinking to the next big job, to the next big thing, the next big move. What do I do next? What do I do next? And you're just not being present. And by not being present, you can't accomplish anything. Like, the only way to accomplish anything in life is to be present in that moment and give it everything you can. Do what you can in that moment. And when you're so eager to be on to the next thing, to hurry up, you lose that quality of life. You're so short-sighted in things that aren't able to be controlled because you're focusing on the next big thing. You're focusing on the next issue. You're focusing on what you want. You can't control your desires anymore. So your desires are controlling you, and you get careless. And then you end up not getting what you want anyways. That is so damn ironic, but so true. And it's just how we work as people. It's like most things in life. Eagerness, ambition, all that, it's a double-edged sword. Depending on how you wield it, you can kill it. Like, you can literally get to whatever goal you want to accomplish when you apply eagerness to careful persistence and you're smart about what you're doing. If you're eager to persist no matter what, you're going to be successful. But if you're eager to get it done for the sake of getting it done, if you're eager to get it done as quickly as possible, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to strip screws. You're going to dig yourself in the mud. You're going to chase that girl away that you wanted. You're going to waste all that food. And you're going to be sore as hell because you're trying to accomplish a year goal in a day because you were overeager and reckless. Now, this might sound a little cliche, but I have to say it because I said it earlier, and it's super cool, in my head at least. You guys can validate it for me in the comments. A screwdriver doesn't strip a screw. It doesn't. The person choosing to use the screwdriver in that manner strips the screw. Like most of the posts and podcasts that I talk about, it's all about choice and how you choose to use your eagerness to your advantage or to your demise. It's a double-edged sword. Don't cut yourself. That wraps up today's Chronically Motivated Project podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow is Trash Talk Tuesday. As always, my favorite day of the week. I might even talk a little bit about how I got my new prosthetic and a few things that are going on in my life. So if you guys are interested, you can check out Instagram. Or you can just listen tomorrow like you should anyways. Until then, I will talk to you guys later.